A very warm welcome to all of you out there. I'm your host, Riley Hlakaniposakwe, bringing you nothing but the best when it comes to local Jozi stories. Africa's premier energy convention kicked off this week. Noshina attended and caught up with industry experts to find out more about some of the resolutions being passed around Africa's energy crisis.
Energy, the key driver of economic growth in Africa, is the theme of this year's Africa Energy Indaba. Thought leaders and experts from more than 90 countries are here to engage in discussions around coming up with solutions to addressing Africa's energy crisis. Some of the topics that have come up so far includes empowering women in the energy sector, addressing South Africa's electricity supply challenges, and nuclear as a solution to Africa's energy crisis.
The Energy Indaba is important because once a year energy leaders and the energy industry can just get together and really debate and discuss over the period. Energy challenges, energy successes, and new people entering the industry just have an opportunity to network and meet people and learn more about the industry.
The Empowering Women agenda kicked off on day one.
It's something like 645 million people in Africa still don't have access to power. There's been so much research done on women's role in society, of course, and in business as well. Starting from the grassroots, of women who struggle to get any time in their day because they need to go and collect energy from the field or from the forest to cook on. And it starts from that basic grassroots level, right up to the level of the board. And what's interesting about today's session is that we're looking across that broad spectrum.
South Africa's energy crisis, especially being the host country of this convention, cannot easily be overlooked. Nuclear as an energy offering has been hotly debated for some time.
Most certainly our country needs baseload power, and we believe that nuclear is one of the real opportunities for baseload in our country. The negative sentiments are not safety related. I think as an industry we've far gone beyond that, and the most topical subject is that of cost. Obviously at the moment our government is yet to issue an RFP for the nuclear build program, and the country will only really know the cost once the respective value propositions of international vendor countries have been put on the table.
Overall, the organizers of the gathering are confident that this exhibition will be as impactful as the previous ones.
We have a lot of support. We have 12 different African energy ministers from different countries represented. We also have participation from leading government institutions and including banks such as the African Development Bank, the NEPAD Planning and Coordinating Agency. So there are many different key stakeholders that are involved to try and help us reach those solutions and to discuss and debate the critical issues so that we can find solutions to the challenges.
Noshina Mohammed for Joburg Today.
We love hearing what you have to say, so do yourself that favor and hit the like button on our Facebook. That's joburgtoday.tv. Follow us on Twitter at joburgtoday, and if you're one of those people who are constantly on the move, then you can catch us on pockettv.mobi. That's pocket with an I. We take a look at the use of gas as an alternative energy source in the city of Johannesburg by talking to the MD of Egoli Gas, Mr. Shepherd Shoniwa.
We see that gas is actually the substance and the natural resource around Johannesburg. Just please tell us more about gas and also about Egoli Gas.
The story of gas in Johannesburg is as old as Johannesburg city itself. It dates back to early 1892 when in fact the first gas lights were street lights in President Street. We do have 1,200 kilometers of pipeline that is underneath the Johannesburg. It's one of the best kept secrets in Johannesburg.
And just please tell us the description of generating the natural gas.
Natural gas is, as the word implies, is natural, so it's not really generated at all. And the gas that we are talking about in Johannesburg today, it comes from 4,000 kilometers away in northern Mozambique. It's natural, it's the natural foliage that has taken place over tens of thousands of years ago, and therefore it's now that process of rotting, if you like, of materials which are all natural, trees and leaves and everything else, in the belly of the earth. Now the gas is now coming out, so it's then trapped, brought out, just sanitized a little bit, but not remanufactured at all. You don't change the chemical constituents of it, and all you do is then to pump it through big pipelines to Johannesburg.
How accessible is gas in Johannesburg?
Very accessible to those people who are within the pipeline network of Egoli Gas, within that 1,200 kilometers. Just to give you a general idea of where that is the whole of CBD and all the old suburbs of Johannesburg.
Okay, and how would you advise or educate the citizen of Johannesburg on the practical usage of gas?
It's first and foremost, people should realize gas is very safe, because people tend to think it's dangerous. It's very, very safe. It's very low pressure gas, so the likelihood of explosion or a fire is almost next to zero. And gas is very economical, and it is a green energy. We're not burning coal, and it is cheaper than electricity. So it's a very efficient, cheap form of energy. We call it a 24/7, 365. You never run out because it's still running in the pipeline. It's not like electricity where you would have load shedding or anything. Then the big high industrial customers are now using it for generating electricity for their own factory, right? We already have 5 big power generation plants within Johannesburg. Some of them are banks, some of them are cell phone companies, and they generate electricity to ensure that their data centers never run short of power.
My name is Shane the Duke Wellington, also known as MC Dookie in the house, and you're watching Joburg Today.
As always, we have to love and leave you, but be sure to check out our playlist to see what's happening in and around your beautiful city. That's it from me, Riley. I leave you with Pharoah Perkins, Seraphine. Enjoy.
Back in ETV.
Seraphine, would you look for me? Count your steps back from land to sea, sweet Seraphine. Count your steps back from you to me, my sweet Sarah. Seraphine, would you cry for me? Hang your head down for all to see, sweet Seraphine. Hang your head down for all to see, my sweet Sarah. So hunt me down and turn me around, my sweet Seraphine. So hunt me down and turn me around, my sweet Seraphine. So hunt me down, turn me around, my